Oh, hopefully, that's better now. Having a few technical difficulties. Tell me, can you hear me? My music, tell me, can you hear this beat? Tell me, can you hear me? Tell me, can you hear me? Tell me, can you hear this beat now? Is it better, nah, oh, am I just yelling into my camera phone again? Tell me, can you hear this music? I need to get a little sound check to come through this. Okay, we are in play, okay now. Thanks for sticking around my way, like that's the second time this happened. Like, Chris, you supposed to check the technicals. Like, I don't know why it keeps happening, and I might chalk it up to spiritual warfare. Okay, listen now, what we talking about? AI music versus human design. Why I kinda, if you just joining this live, I messed up last time. Okay, I'ma pretend like it totally didn't happen, cause I didn't say that lie. That's right, all y'all who was actually rocking with me was like, Chris is kind of maybe losing his mind. He's just yelling into the camera and the auto-tune isn't on. Oh, my ears and my microphone and my speakerphone like was crying, like what's going on? Why you carrying on, boy? What you wanna do? Y'all think you need to go and do. You follow you do. You ain't saying the truth, no, the truth. You needed to come through. We going on about the AI revolution. We're gonna mellow it out a little bit and get right to the business. So, my fingers, rusty. I haven't played in front of nobody in a long time. Thank you for coming around my way on this crazy Friday. Okay, we be like, let's talk some AI. Okay. Okay. This is what I know. Okay, so this is what I know. It's a little AI coming through the flow. It's a little AI spitting in the intermission. Chat GPT coming through it in commission with the iOS 18 update. I know y'all probably kinda late. This news is coming to you out of the blue, out of the medium, out of the few. I see I got a few new friends coming around. Beth, Kessler, Marianne, how y'all doing now? We appreciate your time and your business, yo. We appreciate that you're coming to hang with me. Oh yeah, you're coming to hang with me. I like recording on my other phone the live so I can actually see y'all's comment, cause that's one thing I like about Instagram. Is that you can't actually replay anything with the comments going. Everybody else does it. Google, Facebook, everybody. I know y'all log it. It's the same servers. Meta. Okay, it's the same servers. Y'all just being cheap and stingy and squeezing people into other platforms that you really want to talk to them a little bit more and carefully siphon a few more analytics that are a bit more broad and isolated and niche specific than the legacy platforms like Facebook and Instagram that you totally don't care that much about. But anyway, that's a sidebar rant. Getting back to this point of this microphone and the AI conversation is important, Marianne, and thank you for reminding your boy who's kinda trailing off and losing the starts because I'm trying to keep it with the beat, the like. What am I trying to do here? There we go. I'm trying to segue into talking, but it's not working like I thought. out of the blue. Thank you, Dr. Vincent Esposito. You know one thought, you know that we know. Congratulations is an order, a baby child, a baby daughter. It's so beautiful to see. Welcome to cleaning up poop and pee now. Congratulations, Esposito. Welcome to the world of the parentals. We tryna keep it fresh off the dome like right now and have some fun. There we go. I'm rusty, y'all. I haven't practiced. I've been on a 6 month, ooh, no, I wish, 6 week road trip. Let's mellow it out a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Okay, so the other day I was talking a little bit about AI, and this is why I came to catch up a little bit more. I'm gonna pause the music for a second. I can share what I'm thinking, and I'm gonna turn off all the like fancy dancy multipliers and just get straight to the point. Because in my head I'm going, I truly think people want to know the big picture. They want to do what's right. They want to protect their family. They want to move smart. They don't mind conveniences. They understand that there may or may not be a trade-off at some point for conveniences to, basically hurt you more than they help you. I think we may be there, maybe not, but we may be. And I think people are slowly starting to realize that, especially after the pandemic. And it didn't really hit me until I started really paying attention to how things like services such as ChatGPT have kind of just been introduced out of thin air, y'all. It's just kind of like, that's my big premise. I'm like when big things come about, people have to pay for them, like stuff doesn't just take over the world by accident, it's like people pay really good money to develop and engineer things that end up helping shift paradigms over time. Like take the iPhone, for example, the iPhone itself. That's a culmination of like tons of money, several almost bankruptcies by Apple, them having to get bailed out a couple of times in the 90s. And, over 25, 30 years, a product, the Newton, which was maybe 20 years ahead of its time, 27 years ahead of its time or whatever. And, then you get the iPhone, right? A revolutionary thing. To me, AI, especially like generative AI and kind of models that are sophisticated to the point of like ChatGPT 1, much less 4. To me, that's not like you don't just like, ooh, okay, AI. But here you go, it's AI. Nobody, that doesn't come out, by accident. So because of how sophisticated, and when I say sophisticated, it's not that I think ChatGPT is that sophisticated. If you ask me, the results are kind of basic. They're like Cliff's Notes everything. It's like, if this is what people think is smart, this is awful. Everything you ask AI is like the most basic version of the answer you can get. And we're like, ooh, it came in 3 seconds. It's like, okay, well, the computer made some stuff up in 3 seconds. And it was a synthesis of a bunch of pre-calculated things. And that's oppressing you because it's taking your job and everything and everyone's livelihood And that's a good thing. So I think that people just don't quite maybe see what's happening. So, as someone who had an engineering background and who spent time in software development early on when I was younger, and was something I was quite interested in, when I see what I'm seeing now, I'm kind of like, uh-oh, y'all, I don't think this is good. I wish I had better news, but I just genuinely don't actually believe that this that we're in a good space with what's going on right now, as I'm seeing the convergence of some like powerful like digital harnessing of information and access. It's really not information, whatever. It's the access. That's the part. You want to access the money that you need to buy your kids diapers? Well, you forgot your password, didn't you? So I guess you can't access it. Explain that to your kid. It's got Dookie on their butt. You see what I mean? It's the fact that the access to our basic goods and services are at the mercy of some password or some wire connected to some other wire that goes through the Visa network that says, okay, transaction approved. I mean, I get it. I'm not like some empiricist or imperialist where I don't deal with the same stuff. I'm just kind of saying, I'm hitting this place where I'm like, I think our grandparents and basically everybody before them, as far as I can tell, has been self-sufficient enough to be okay if they needed to just be okay by themselves for a year or a month, I don't think most people can just be okay by themselves for a week with no power or no access to access, just to access your money. Even if you had power, you just didn't have the Visa network working. It's like the volatility of everything. Hi, Laurie. The volatility of everything that we have as far as access is concerned is troublesome. The unfortunate truth. What up, Jay West? So it's one of those things that I just feel compelled to be like, okay, I think I should maybe start talking about what I'm seeing mount on the horizon, in a subject that I think a lot of people just aren't quite familiar with, as something that I really was like, I think people really should know that this is, it's a bigger problem than I think we realize now. So the reason I'm speaking up now is because of this announcement Apple made, I guess earlier this week or last week, I don't even remember, at some point, about the new iOS operating system, iOS 18. And it features a partnership with OpenAI, this company that just showed up. I mean, what is it, a company? All we know is OpenAI. It could be a DBA. It could be an LLC. It could be a sole proprietorship. It could be a foreign trust. Nobody knows. It's just OpenAI. And now everybody's questions and everybody's metadata on their entire digital twin life profile is just plugged right into Siri, just bloop. Even if you didn't want to, engage with AI to such a great degree. So I get your people's initial questions. AI, okay, so like, Siri, it's just code or whatever. What's the big deal? I'll get to that in a second, but I just think that y'all don't understand. We're already at the place where the computer won't let me do what you're asking me to do. I'm a human in a desperate situation with this job at the government or whatever agency is low rent. You're a human who's got a problem and you're at the help desk, but the computer says I'm not allowed to help you. So that's where we at. We already there. We've been there for 20 years. So now it's like the computer is just saying no, and there's no human to even get mad at anymore. People talking about getting self-sufficient. That is, I was thinking this the other night. I said, isn't it funny how punishment and help, punishment and I should say pruning and punishment are kind of like the silver line. It's a very thin line between pruning something and punishing something. And I think the difference, at least basically, is about the intent of the pruner or punisher. If you're helping the rose bush grow, you're chopping it because it's healthy, and you're pruning it and you're shaping it up and it's growing fuller. If you're punishing it, it's not performing well. You're like, I'm gonna cut this thing down and plant something different here. And it's just the actions are the same, basically. And I'm sitting here going, we're in the most unhealthy state collectively that we've ever been in, ever. And everybody could benefit from what's called a mono fruit cleanse, for example. That's a particular type of diet cleanse where you just eat one fruit for several days, weeks, and maybe a month if you can even go that far. Watermelon's great, any kind of melon, very hydrating,
Grapes are good. Lemons are extremely astringent and very tough and obviously very acidic. But these are things that if, let's say, the power just went out and you was just at a watermelon patch and it happened to be hot June, you might just get stuck at home and stuck in a field for a month in a tent, and it might correct every ailment that you have in your whole entire body and give you a new outlook on life. You see what I mean? It's like the steps that seem radical to take something to heal your body are the exact same steps that would happen if a complete destruction happened and the power just went off and just total shutdown of whatever civilization. We would be forced to be like, all right, I got some watermelon seeds, I got a guy, I got a grapevine, And in doing so, everybody would probably end up extremely healthy and well-adjusted with no electromagnetics. It's kind of one of those, like, you can see the like, I'm a storyteller, right? I'm a filmmaker. So I'm like watching the movie and I'm going, if I'm the writer, if I'm the author of the book, I'm actually setting this up on purpose. I've got my outline. I know where I'm headed at the end of the book. So I've set up my audience and my readers at the beginning to like see this and not expect until the middle or that they might converge and then da-da-da-da. So it's one of those things that I'm kind of compelled to just be like, all right, I want to find creative ways to talk to all my friends. I want to find creative ways to make you understand we are in a war of the mind, and I don't mind taking some time to break this down. War of the mind, and I don't mind taking some time to break this down for you. So, I'll do it simply. Artificial intelligence. I believe that's a misnomer. I believe true intelligence is never, ever fake. Okay? If you say love, right? Love is an emotion. It's this singular English word that encompasses 1,000 feelings and emotions, good, bad, and everything in between. If you say, I love you, this is love. Okay. This is artificial love. So we can agree to just call this other mysterious example thing artificial love, but nobody's going to actually suggest that it's love, right? It's just what we're calling it. It's just anything that's not love isn't love. Anything that's not grass isn't grass. Anything that's not blue isn't blue. It's just that simple, right? So we can call intelligence artificial, and that's fine. We can agree to have that word they just invented a new word. But that don't mean I have to agree with the premise upon which it sits. Being in a position that takes over the management and access to everything that I presently, at the moment anyway, need and rely on. You know what I mean? That's not, I just don't trust that. That's just, I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not intelligent. It's prone to error. It's human design. It's human implemented. It's human, conceived. Humans are prone to error. Y'all saw, anybody who's here from the first live, I hopped on and the doggone connector to the iPhone thingy don't always be connected right. It be connected, but it don't be connected. And then all y'all can hear is the iPhone camera mic. And it's just literally nothing but me wailing to the top of my lungs. And y'all can't hear none of the rest of the cool things that I got going. None of the special gloss. But when I want to be like, hey, oh. Y'all hear the echo? Y'all can't hear none of that. That prettiness. That's called the sauce. The drip. The drip now. Got that drip now. You don't hear none of it. You just hear me actually looking like a fool with no context. Okay, so back to the story at hand. Intelligence is never, can never, and will never be artificial, period. It just won't be. It can't be. So because of that, I look at this as a big Trojan horse that we're dealing with. All I know is everybody was broke and stuck at home for a year and a half or two. Everybody was complaining about everything. And then out of nowhere appears the most robust technology that I've ever seen as a technology geek, right? It's like, y'all are just as surprised as I am. Like, what? This is a thing now? Yeah, I get it, like Siri or whatever, but I wasn't doing all this. You can't be like, Siri, write me a term paper in the Victorian style of Shakespeare about Fetty Wap and Cardi B having an imaginary, gingerbread, cookie. You can tell it anything and it'll do it. You can't do that to Siri, right? So we jump from like that to the next stage of it overnight. And just as someone who not works really, but like deals and has spent a lot of time around science, technology, UX, UI, design, back-end infrastructure, IT, network protocol, the amount of logistics it takes to just roll out ChatGPT to begin with is crazy. Never mind plugging it into half the phones in the world, or more than half. Uh-oh, the baby's back. That's my baby. Oh, I can tell he's back. He missed me. Y'all can probably hear this baby crying in the background. My wife has been with some friends most of the day on a play date, so I've been here getting some things done around the house, and they're back. So I'm gonna wrap this up pretty soon, but there is this fast tracking of the normalization of this concept of AI being very much like, this is good for you. I mean, you don't understand it. You don't understand how your TV remote control works. That's okay. Just hit remember password. Just hit remember password. I know this is the 795th password we've actually generate because fraud or whatever, but just hit remember password and then the T2 secure chip. Said T2. It said T2 like Terminator. Now you remember T2? T2. It's a secure layer. You don't know what it is. Then we won't tell you what it is, but it's secure. That's all you need to know. It might just be securely IP addressed right into the Cisco backplane, but it might not be. It's just up to you. Secure. You said accept the terms and conditions, the EULA, the end user license agreement. Accept. Okay, it's all contracts. Anyway, getting back to the point. I have purposefully said, ChatGPT and those things, they look obviously pretty cool and enticing. I just purposely see where this is headed, and I don't want to deal with this. I deal with Siri here and there. I don't use it regularly, but I deal with like basic AI. I just don't like where it's headed, so I try to limit that. And I definitely don't engage in some of the more robust ones just because I'm sure they would give me all the results I'm looking for, and I would get addicted to it, and it would be hard to give it up when I realize I don't want where this is headed. Like I already know I don't want where it's headed. So I just have chosen not to use that service. And now I'm being told, oh yeah, by the way, if you hadn't turned off your automatic updates, then you just be using it by the time we release it, whether you want to or not. And it's engaging in computational practices and at a scale that I think has something else going on behind the scenes. That's a different story for a different day. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about with regard to shifting the internet protocol and internet processing and things like data mining onto the human biome. And that's really what the transhuman agenda is really more about. It's not just let you grow a cat tail and put a few inches here and there. Hey, but it's allowing them to use you as computing processing. And apparently it's already live, from what I heard. I can't confirm nor deny. I'm not saying nothing, no. I can't confirm or deny, no. I can't confirm. I just got an earworm. Somebody told me something. I'm just repeating it. So I'm just telling y'all, that might be what's going on. That's why I kind of just put the brakes on, like, whoa, are they really starting the process of moving server and just basic data mining of all kind, crypto or otherwise, onto human red blood cells via their biofield, their aura, this wireless electromagnetic connection that actually is the thing that helps people communicate metaphysically with those around them? Have they hijacked this sixth sense and given it this mysterious title of a sixth sense to the point where they made multiple movies about it, and the phenomenon is readily understood to be a sense of a body part of, like, your hearing is based on a body part, your sight is based on a body part, your touch is based on a body part, your taste is based on a body part, and your feeling is based on thousands of little nerve endings that are all body parts. But if y'all are talking about a sixth sense, is it a body part? I don't know. I don't know how statistics and correlation things go. Patterns, I don't know how that works. You tell me. Okay, so if this sixth sense is really actually rudimentarily being used in a way, allegedly, cannot confirm nor deny, but we are in a technology world, at a technology pace, in a technology situation, with a technology solution to our technological problems that probably didn't come from no bad, no pangolin, no wet market in China. I'm just guessing. It's probably from anywhere other than a wet market, wherever they exist in China. So, the increase of major headaches has increased tremendously. Exactly. I think, if I'm honoring, giving y'all my straight to the point conclusion, I really think that a lot of people's health issues can be chalked up to something akin to, allegedly, I'm using allegedly, AI, don't flag me for just saying allegedly, I'm just musing here, radiation poisoning or something akin to it. That's what I think people are dealing with. It's just this new thing. It's like a new assault is introduced. We have no tools to measure or identify it. Doctors are dealing with it. Non-doctors are dealing with it. Non-doctors go to the doctors to ask for help about what they're dealing with. And the doctor only has his conventional ways to check, because there's nothing calibrated or developed to check for the 713 new wireless frequencies that are being blasted from SpaceX and Starlink and GLONASS and NORAD and NOAA and Doppler and the military ones and the civilian ones and the LoRaWAN and the wideband and the millimeter wave and the 4G and the LTE and the CDMA and the HSPA. Like, all these are different actual networks. Never mind the Bluetooth. These are separate signals being flooded around you at all times. Trees help mitigate it. Fruits help wash it and detox it. But when you're not near trees and you're not near fruit and you're not on the ground, so the electrical charge that's physically going like this past you 24/7, even to the point of seeing me right now because I'm connected to the Wi-Fi wirelessly. You see what I mean? It's all tons of data just flying around, and now we've hit a saturation point. We're in a Cheerio bowl full of it, and it's just it's being integrated in ways that are supporting what I've been told as the back-end function of AI, which is the only reason that makes sense, that it could just come out of nowhere. Don't you understand? Like, that's the thing that's making me think that there may be more to this allegedly than some allegedly. It's because how else are you gonna fund it and pay for it and power it if it ain't off the red blood cells of people? Because it's already a giant leap of resource and computational ask, if you ask me, to understand how that model comes out for free to begin with, and then is updated within 2 years to like sophistication times 4. That's already a massive incredulity leap. That's just with people knowing about the service, going to the website, typing it in, and in some cases paying for the premium services so they can get more features. Now we talking about the 99% of other people who've never used it, who just have an iPhone, having to use it for everything from like respond to this, to what's this, to text this, to da-da-da-da. And it's constantly being used for all these tasks. And I'm just like, plus Android? And nobody's just like talking about how this is work. It's just, to me, it's just like, I look at it and I'm like, y'all, I don't know what this is, but I don't trust it. I just don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't know I know that in order to scale to this degree, you had to have 10 years in the pipeline of planning. This is conversations that, would have developed, at least 5. Super generous, right? When talking to integrating something into the Siri level API integration with as much as Siri's being used from everything from your speech dictation to your car play when you're driving is reading, the text messages back to you. That's all AI. And now it's going to be used 100,000 times more frequently because iOS 18, because we was all just bored and wanted ChatGPT. Y'all don't y'all see what's happening? Maybe you don't. That's why I'm coming to you today. And I'm going to close it out with a little story. Now, I'm not going to close it out with a story. I'm going to close it out with a song. But my point is, we'll talk more in long form. And I'll probably do another Q&A about AI because I will have more discussions on this. But it's just one of those, like, I don't think this is going to end up well at all, y'all. I have not a lot of optimism because, all you have to do is program something to create a detrimental outcome and then blame it on a glitch. It's the perfect scapegoat because it's inhuman. But it's like made by humans, but it like took over humans because that makes sense. Explain to me how a potter makes a clay pot that takes over the potter. I mean, how does any creation take over its creator? If God made horses, can a horse take over God? Or can the largest animal on earth take over its creator? I don't think so. You see what I'm saying? It's like so AI, the creation just takes over the creator, its creator. That doesn't make any sense. It sounds like it was clandestinely created to take over a specific target group and is taking over that group quite successfully. That's what it sounds like to me. Anyway, we getting back to the beat. And we're going to keep it moving from here because I can tell the baby is in need of the daddy to come through and give mama a little break. Gotta put on we going to talk about AI. Oh, we going to talk about AI. No, I don't want no AI. Don't want no AI. Don't want that AI. I know that AI. I'm a no guy. I'ma pass me by. You can miss me. You can miss me with that AI. You can let it all pass me by. You can miss me. Oh, I get extra crispy. You can hit me with that AI. Alright, I'ma head it on down to the background. It said somebody, so basically we will all be conductors with all the thing crap that's in our bodies, and then the AI will tell us what we think. I don't think it's like they tell us what you think. I think it's that they advertise to you, and then they confuse you and make you think that it's you. Thinking about this customer's product that you ain't never heard before. They hear your TV in the background and they be like picking. They hear your music in the background and they hear like picking. And they hear the radio in the background and they hear like picking. And they keep these digital beacons and keep on seeking the faces and places that they can sell you stuff. They be like, he really likes this stuff over here. I make a profile called your digital twin. Think again, like, oh, then they come around through just enticing you with other things that you inclined to buy anyway. And everybody's like, well, that's okay, it's just advertising. And that's true, but that's just facade. Layer one, yep, they just having some fun. They get back to business. They building your digital twins. They be like, oh, you can win now. You're gonna come again. Need some friends who gon' just break this down for you. Come on, we gon' go break it down. We gon' break it all down. We gon' break it on the microphone. We gon' tell my baby, cause my wife is home. I be like, Chris, you need to get off that live. You be just trying to keep it looping, cause it's 555. I see the emoji and it's cool to thank you. Yes, Tammy, they do that already, ready, but this is the difference. I'm trying to make it simple and plain. So let me explain in prose. They're mainlining your awareness of it though. Yeah, they already do it in the background for sure, but they like, now it's time for you to know that we doing this and we keeping it profile. So it's cool, so when your kids grow up, they don't mind it too. And then they be like, you were just an old fogey, just plug it into your brain. Google knows what's better anyway, cause they kinda remember better than you do. Your memory's getting dodgy too. It's the EMFs flying through your situation like ooh ooh ooh, but they're not gonna tell you, cause the doctors are not trained to do nothing about this phenomenon. I can keep going on, but I need some snacks and I need some loving and I need my loving and I need my cousin and I need my family and I need this beat to keep rocking. Damn it, thank you, mammy. Like, inhale, Christopher. It's okay. It's gonna be fine today. Shabbat shalom for all my Sabbath keepers. Yeah, I saw that message earlier. Okay, we coming back with this verse like, yep. This is really why I do not really rock with AI. I just think it's a tool of shifting responsibility and creating a scapegoat off of an inanimate object that was created by a bunch of animate objects that were following orders, and the orders kept coming above their pay grade, and eventually it was not Kool-Aid KKK, it was not even the Ku Klux, you know what I mean, this clan, it ain't that the man I'm saying. I'm just like, okay, Chris, he's kind of playing. He's just being clever, yeah. He's just saying that maybe don't upgrade to iOS 18 unless you wanna be a part of all the people that are stealing and siphoning energy off people in the background without technically realizing it. Even though buried on page 743 million of the end-user license agreement, it said, oh, by the way, we're using this OpenAI super secret proprietary intellectual protocol. And it's different from internet protocol, but that's all y'all need to know. You know it all, Christopher. Don't be telling everybody you don't know it all. Okay, I really don't. I really don't. I'm just trying to keep it good, keep it fun. Cause when I look at them Apple announcements, I don't see it looking real bright. Okay, good night, y'all. I'ma let that go. Y'all have a good night. We'll talk to y'all some more. Maybe I'll come back through for sure. But I'm about to go hang out with some friends for the weekend and get out of the house and go and run some errands. Going to spend time with my children. I'm going to put my feet in the grass. Going to set my ass in the grass too. Going to spend some time. Going to trying to unwind. Trying to get it all off my chest now. Trying to keep it so real now. Yeah. Come on, like. Come on, keep it so. Come on, keep it so real. Hope you have a good weekend. Blanchard, we gotta go live. One day we gonna get off our chest. We're gonna talk about ours. We gonna. Oh, I left the beat cause I looped it wrong on the microphone. We gon' come on background in the background. Okay, now, come on, let's put this drum on. Keep it live on the microphone. We gonna keep it 100. Talk about what was blundering with this AI revolution. God's all the one lead with the solution. It's out in the woods with the fruits and veggies. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I'm like, keep your head up, y'all. Have a good night. Okay. All right. Yeah, y'all save this live. I hope y'all have a good night. All right. Peace, and chicken grease. I don't even need chicken, no. I'm just rhyming for shoot. Okay. I'm about to go and eat dinner today. I'm like, no way. Do I want to end it today? But they can't see me. We're gonna end the life on a bit like, whoa.